we're going to be moving SJR 59 immediately to the House floor calendar to give people the right to vote on whether to accept or reject Obamacare. Right now, many of us believe that this is unconstitutional, that Congress has become arrogant and has overstepped their bounds, and we want to empower the people of Oklahoma to have their voices heard, not only from us in the legislature, but themselves by voting. First off, I want to commend our congressional delegation. They all voted against the measure, and they all saw its weaknesses. Well, what we want to do is join in with approximately 38 other states, is what we have right now, putting in these opt-in or opt-out options, and having our voices heard collectively with all of the other states to say whether or not we accept or reject what Washington, D.C. is trying to push down our throats. This is going to be fought in the courts. The American people aren't going to stand for it. The people of Oklahoma are not going to stand for it. I'm not going to stand for it, and we're going to keep pushing forward.
Well, I think what we saw yesterday from the federal Congress in passing out the healthcare resolution and the healthcare bill that's going to really change dramatically healthcare in the United States of America. We as Oklahomans believe we need to act on that as soon as possible. So we're going to be bringing SJR 59 to the floor as soon as we can. We're going to put it on the calendar today, and we'll have that on the floor Wednesday to get ready to send to a vote of the people. I believe that all Oklahomans are very upset about what's happened in Washington, D.C. They want to take steps. They want us to take steps, so we're going to be doing that in the next few days, be getting that information to them as quickly as possible so they can have that opportunity to vote. I had so many people that have called, emailed me, talked to me about this issue. It probably is the #1 issue because this is a different step than the federal government's taken in history, and that's really taking over 1/6 of our economy, and that is the healthcare system. So everybody wants to have a voice in this, and that's why we want to put in our Constitution that says that you're going to have freedom of choice here in Oklahoma for health care. So that's why we're going to be bringing that out immediately, letting our members vote on that, and then getting it drafted correctly so we can get that to a vote of the people so they can have their voice sent to Washington, D.C. and what we would like to see in health care. There's a number of steps that we're looking at, from asking the Attorney General to sue the federal government, which is one that we're going to be taking as well as doing this constitutional amendment and maybe some other options. So anything we can do to protect our citizens, we think it's in the state's purview to deal with health care, not in the federal mandate. And then the costs are going to go with a federal mandate to health care are going to be tremendous. It's always going to be more than anything that they've ever assumed in their budget numbers. So I think it's going to essentially break the back of so many of the budgets across the state of Oklahoma, across the United States, and so that's why we want to deal with this.